There is one bad thing about Photoshop, for sure, that I can name easily. It's such a big program, and it's so huge and so great that the startup time is like fucking ass, man. I hate the startup time for Photoshop. It's like 5-6 minutes. Well, not really. It takes about 32 seconds. Oh shit, fuck. Oh god, no. Why did that open? That shouldn't have opened. No, god damn it. No, okay, great. That's perfect. Okay, I have to delete that whole volume. Cool, okay, I guess that never happened. We'll just pretend like hope no one took a screenshot or has like a VOD recorder of some sort, because that would be really bad. Really fucking bad. That was my meme, but I might have said some shit while talking about it that people won't like, even though it's the truth. And it's like, oh no, scientific fact held up by studies. Oh, that's like fucking evil, man. You're an evil person. How dare you? Shit. Okay, well, whatever. Let me try to get this open. Get chat open. Secret life of making memes. It's like it's a dangerous game. It's funny too, because I thought I was doing it smart. Guess not. Guess not. Oh, looks like. Nope, not drama. Morning drama from work. Not happening today. That dude, I think he got fired over all that shit. So this is why you don't start shit for no reason. Just keep your mouth shut. Do your work. Smile a lot. If someone tells you you're doing it wrong, just say, yeah, you got it. Even though you're not doing it wrong, they don't like have a functional idea of what it is to do it right. But yeah, it's worked, so yeah. Did it wrong? Okay. I guess I'll fix, putting those items in the right spots again. Let me do that. I didn't know that was so difficult that, you miss one, that means all the work is bad. Ha! Ha, I'm sorry. No, it's no, it's funny. It's funny. It's like you can tell when someone is just being a hard ass, because they'll do things like um, they'll point to a 1% error and they'll be like, okay, well, this means you shit at this because that 1%. That's it, man. I can't believe you're so bad at this. Just 1%, man. How did you get that wrong? Amazing. Um, and anyone that's like legitimate won't do that because that's just bullying. But yeah. But yeah, you know how. This arm is not correctly foreshortened. I'm gonna say on purpose. Did that on purpose. But yeah, especially when dealing with like a new manager, you get this. Like, oh man, I really gotta micromanage you just to get it through your thick skull that I'm watching you. I'm watching you, buddy. You better do your work, or else, uh, cause they gotta, you know. Establish the dominance hierarchy. You know, that's the most important thing to do is establish a dominance hierarchy. Otherwise, it's chaos. It's just chaos. Why would you want to live in chaos? One of my favorite philosophy um, comics. Are all comics philosophy? I don't know. Is comedy philosophy? Good question. I don't know. Maybe. Well, I guess it's just better to say comics than one of my favorite comics. Um, who it's mostly about philosophy. Has this thing where he just like goes 100% full communist mode all the time. It's a little like, I don't know, frightening. I feel like if you dig philosophy, if you dig critical thought, you shouldn't be able to be, swayed so easily by just pure idealism, just pure rational claims. You shouldn't be able to just, it's kind of the, I don't know, I guess the bridge between philosophy and science, I think, is that you are able to entertain abstract rational claims which have no basis in empiricism, right? But at the same time, you don't accept them when they are untested. That's like kind of the point. Because like that's the part where you're supposed to apply critical thought, critical thinking skills. This thing, why is it this way? Why don't I hold all these other crazy ideas, even though rationally they're true? There could be a teapot circling Jupiter. We just can't see it. I can't disprove it. So I guess I'll have to believe it. None of that ever, I don't know, goes through these people's minds. So why is it that when you make a claim like, okay, well, I believe that evil stems from capitalism, and capitalism is the bad way of organizing society. You're not saying like, okay, well, just give me the proof for that, and we'll talk. And then it's like, because I might be on board. There's probably a lot of things that capitalism does bad. There's no such thing as a perfect system. I don't know. Just like it seems like that should be the train of thought. But instead, it's like, oh yeah, let's just try this radical revolution thing. Why not? It sounds good to me. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Why not? Why not like try to create an upheaval in society for? Oh man, what was the purpose again? Oh, that's difficult. I wonder about these people. There was some really great news that really cheered me up. There was a guy in like, I guess academic news. Um, I don't think it really made the mainstream too much. There was um, there was a big controversy over I believe a Harvard either dean of staff or was it a um, precept, something like that. And what happened was there was a letter about costumes, and then something like you should be able to wear any costume you want. There's no real reason not to. It's a costume. And then there were protests over that letter. Apparently that was way too controversial. You can't say things like that today. Wear costumes? Oh my god, that's terrible. That's horrible. Um, but yeah, so that guy got in a spot of trouble over what is, I don't know, ostensibly benign letter writing. But yeah, that guy got awarded highest honors in the in his what's it called, university. I believe it was Harvard. Could have been. It was one of the Ivy League schools. It was either Harvard or Princeton. I'm gonna go with Harvard. So that's pretty good. You know, all's well that ends well. Because there's so many clips of that whole protest. What, like, university is a place for, it's a safe space. It's not a place of learning. Like, how did you get here? How did you get here? What are you doing here? Oh man, it was like I don't know, watching kids go ape shit, watching highly privileged rich kids go ape shit is like, I don't know, some kind of like a I don't know, an addiction for I wouldn't say addiction, more like a I experience some sort of Schadenfreude whenever I watch it. I'm just like, yeah, this is great. I don't know why. I don't know why I like this. But yeah, something about the circumstance, the juxtaposition of, I don't know, rich kids going ape shit about like some nonsense that regular people wouldn't really care about, or it wouldn't be um all that important. I don't know, something about that. Something about that just like, yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I like this. Some kind of karma, maybe. I don't know, something like that. Some very satisfying feels. Justice porn, also one of my biggest addictions. I can spend like an hour on that subreddit if they had content, which they don't. Um, yeah, people getting instant karma, or belated karma, also works. The longer the payoff actually is, the um the better, because like you're waiting for it, and then it's like, yes, Brett Weinstein wins millions of dollars from his university, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, it's always nice to see. Always nice to see good, honest people getting their just rewards. That's always great. It's like life isn't fair. It really isn't. And so when it plays out in this way where it's like ethics just feels satisfying. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I wanted to try some new color layers. Oh shit, I just closed that. Wanted to just minimize it. Test it. Sure. Yeah. Just wanted to minimize it. Color layer, right. The new color layers. Let me see. Soft light, I think it was. I think the first couple times I used this, I thought this was more like color dodge. So I was like, I can already do that. There's no real need since it's interesting. Like you can modify color pretty well with it, I think. Add some glows. Quick ones. You just erase what you don't like. Sure, why not? And then doesn't really matter too much. Did I make it? Oh, because there's a hole in the comp. Okay. Okay, now it works. All right. I'll keep it around. This is like a thing I do at the end, not at the beginning. Beginning, I don't really need all these colors. I don't really need all of that. So it's like I can put in the glows, but do I need to? Is that really what I need to be doing right now? Hey, Ixie, what's up, dude? Cooking. Cool, cool. Just trying to paint this up. Trying to paint it. Too Westworlding. Too Westworlding. Gonna have to like. It's just the optimal way of like having like. There's a spectrum of motion and it's kind of like a circle. You've probably seen Leonardo's little circle thing. circle thing with the human in the middle, and he's like waving his hands and stuff. I wonder if you could do that. I wonder if you can justify like copyright infringement if it's already derivative of something, and like, okay, well, you know, yes, you did do that, but this is where you stole that idea from. You didn't come up with it on your own. I feel like no. I feel like that wouldn't work because all ideas are derivative, and so we couldn't have copyright if that was the standard. But that would be pretty neat, you know. It's actually like one of the arguments that I think Bill Gates gave against Apple is that we both had a rich neighbor and his name was Xerox. It's like, you stole the TV from me, yeah, I stole the TV from you, but it's like, no, we both had that rich neighbor and we both stole it from Xerox. I think it was his. It was a talk show or something. One of the more memorable moments for me. I really like that. Just like the balls on this motherfucker. Just like, what? We'll eventually just... Maybe not even eventually. Hey, Jesse, what's up, dude? How's it going? I think what I want to do is just like, already, I want to have that kind of like... No, this one's for me. I haven't been like looking, honestly. I haven't been looking. This one, I started this one a while ago and then I just like never... Maybe a good place to put soft light. Maybe. Let me try that soft light. There. Tool. I don't know what it does actually. Just darkens it actually. That's neat. That's kind of neat. Also sci-fi, I guess. So yeah, there is that. I think I started this one before I did the client work. So yeah, just pure coincidence. Pure coincidence. Kind of want to work on the face, but then all this other stuff is wrong. So it's like, if I work on the face and then I have to actually change the way her body works. Yeah, it's similar, right? I actually intended this one to be like a, like, hey, I want that job that was, you know, kind of like jokingly offered. It's like, hey, if you do sci-fi stuff, maybe we can grab you. I was like, yeah, let me try that actually, and so, like, this is my kind of attempt at it, I guess. But it was like, it's way too derivative of like Westworld and stuff. So I'm thinking like, what can I do to change all the concepts to make them not that? So thinking about it. Thinking about like what can I do to, because robots and stuff and fixing stations. There's only a couple of ways you could do this thing. Yeah, because I was in, the thing where you interpret a set of words and then you're just supposed to do like a thing of it. Well, the thing he said the title of the work was the subject, so what came to my mind was subject testing. Doing some traditional drawing. Oh, you too? My friend has been like 100% in on fucking traditional drawing. How's yours going? Is it going good? I don't know, man. Traditional drawing for me is just like, I don't know. Yeah, make sure that it's not something I don't want to show you, because that would be bad. My friend has been doing like these things, kind of cool. I think. Wait, let me see if I can. That one was actually digital. Let me find the digital ones. Hold on. Or was that? That? No, that's digital. I can tell. Yeah. It's copy. He steal from me. This is the classic. Uh, we both had a rich neighbor, and we both stole from him trope. Let me see if I can. Oh man, he was doing a lot of traditional stuff. I swear, and then like it's all gone because he was showing it all to me, and I was like, oh, that's neat. That's really neat. I don't really want to go to traditional because I know that it's going to be difficult and hard, and at that point, it's going to be like, I don't know, man. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't see the reason why. Tone deaf. I don't want to do this anymore. He was doing a lot of. I think he took him down. A lot of neat traditional drawings. Whatever. It's kind of like I make mistakes on purpose just to see what happens. That's like the exploration is not ever finalized. I want to explore and experiment, and so if I can't do that in traditional, that's impossible. That's the antithesis of traditional. That's why um, why traditional always looks so like what do you call that? Consistent over for a certain artist. Like because the experimentation is like zero. You can't do like you have to go like way outside of your comfort zone. You have to really press, to get some sort of different thing. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm trying a different style." I don't have to do any of that. I don't got to do none of that because to try something new, I just got to put on a new layer. And then it's like, okay, I can try a layer mask or something. I can try a new tool. I can try soft light, hard light. I was able to draw 1 hour without it starting to hurt too much. Goddamn. This is why you gotta not make enemies of walls. It's a bad idea. Walls are friends, not food. Got the cast off 2 weeks ago. But I'm away from home until next month, so I can't really paint anyway. It's probably best to take it slow to begin with. Yeah, for sure. So I tried some traditional, ordered a stylus on my iPhone so I can do something at least. You tried drawing with your teeth. There's a guy that lost both his hands, so he started drawing with his teeth. And that's how we got anime. Moral of the story is, don't overcome adversity. It's a bad idea. No, I'm kidding. But I think it was something like an artist from post-war Japan, something like that. Yeah, right. This anime is a mistake. I need air conditioning. This is way too hot. I feel like really in a slump. It's like it just feels too hot. I feel like it's too hot. Can't do it. I do want to work on her face a little bit, cause and the designs. Pushing design pass. That's what I love about digital, I think, is that you can always do a design pass. It doesn't matter. You can it's all finalized, whatever. Design pass. Just redesign everything. Nothing's stopping you. Nothing's stopping you except yourself. Yeah. Slightly. Your fan makes such a pleasant sound. Sarcasm. You don't like the... I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it's way too cold. Air conditioning is a requirement. It's not a fan. It's a giant thing that's strapped to my... I don't think you have these in Finland because it doesn't get hot. It never gets hot. No need for AC. But here, I think we're going through a heat wave right now, and it's like... It's scorching. It's scorching. It's hot. People are dropping like flies from sunstroke. We don't have. No need. In summer, ice cools you, no problem. No problem. Design, then form. Design, then form. Should do it at the same time, but I do it in passes because I'm retarded. It would be great if I could just like put out exactly what I want it to be right away. Unfortunately, can't do that. So design, then form. So hot. It is so hot, man. It's not bad. It's not bad. Of course, it's skull. What else to draw? Nothing else to draw. I feel like that's what usually happens. You go to your most default thing. For some reason, for some people it's portraits, and for some people it's skulls. I probably would go to a skull too. I saw it. It's not bad. It's not bad. I would say it's not bad. But why would you use the graph paper? That doesn't make any sense. You should not use the graph paper to draw. I guess it's weird because in Slavic countries, for some reason they use graph paper as regular paper. They don't have line paper. It's really weird. Very strange. Very strange. I've noticed that. I guess Finns are also kind of Slavic, almost a little bit. Graph paper for everybody. I had to refresh because of delay. Now I'm watching an ad. That's right, you have to watch the ad to support the creator. And now there will be even more delay. Line paper, well, I mean cause we use line paper as default, you guys use graph paper as default. And so to get graph paper here, you actually have to struggle to do it. It's not the most easily available thing. I know this because as a filthy Slav, we did not want to change. We liked our graph paper ways, so we tried to get the graph papers. I don't wanna do this anymore. I don't wanna be so well. Alright, let me actually get a face reference because it's so difficult. Did I delete that bot already? I think I did. I worked hard on that meme, to be honest. I worked hard on that meme, but I didn't want to actually show it off on stream. Yeah, a basic thing to draw. Yeah, the default, yeah. But you know the tool. You gotta go and off into chaos and explore chaos, Jesse. You can't just do these things. Let me see. Jessica Alba, sunbathing. Let's see if I can find something like that. That's hot. That's really cool. Just move this over here for a second. Let me see, cause like I need a good image for basically what is sunbathing. Just head leaning back, you know. That's kind of what started this image. Yes, she is very hot. Holy shit, dude. Really hot. Amazing. Sunbathing. Alright. Let me get a different image. I think didn't I have a reference? Oh no, I had a lighting pass. And eventually, I'm gonna go with, what do I put this in, like, soft light? What happens if I put this in soft light? Maybe, like, hard light. I can see a lot of mistakes now, though, because I think her torso is too long, maybe? Let me see if I can. It's like squinting. I can see the mistakes in the anatomy now. Great. Oh, this is perfect. Amazing. Well done. Let me just see. I was just screwing around with the level layer. Let's go. Lightning. I think color dodge was actually the best one. Unironically. I'll screw around with it as I go. Did I start painting with photos in motion blur? No, I started painting and then I put in a photo and I motion blurred it to get a lighting pass. No, I started painting this like with like all this, and I actually didn't implement, I think, the lighting pass itself, because here it is, still here. I believe. I think that's what it is. Yeah, this is a photo with the lighting pass, but I didn't actually use it. I just have it as like a thing. But I think it's a good technique. I think it's a neat technique to get a palette, especially starting out. Very useful. And it's still kind of good, like even just like leaving it just at normal and 50% opacity. Like it's the trajectory of where I'm gonna go. That is kind of the lighting. Yeah. I did copy it from Feng Zhuo. Feng Zhuo. This is Feng Zhuo speaking, right? That's what he says. That's correct. About 2-3 years ago, I watched those videos, and some of those techniques are still in my head. Like I had a lot of those ideas. Oh fuck. Okay, hold on. Let's go to this one. No, Photoshop doesn't want to play. Yeah, a lot of those ideas, like color dodge or photo bashing, or starting with matte painting with like black and white photos, value painting, all that stuff, like you could learn legitimately from Feng Zhu. I mean, the thing is though that you can't go out into the wild with that, with just that. It doesn't, like he even says it himself, you need the fundamentals, the volumes and the values. It's Feng Zhu speaking. You need fundamental. Come to my school. I teach you. And he does a good job of creating Feng Zhu copies. Whether that means that they're very strong in the fundamentals in the same way that he is, or that they're just strong in the fundamentals, I'm not sure yet. But it works. I've seen people like go from his school to like get a job. So It was a video of him painting rockets on a launch pad. I think that was the first video he did. Yeah, if your goal, I mean, if your goal is that, like that exact thing, then yeah, he's the perfect teacher, like the best. I don't know who could be better, honestly. He gets people jobs. I mean, like, that's crazy. He has people from like Ubisoft like go to his galleries. So, second one? Yeah, it's been a while. I watched those videos when I started painting. Those are like some of the first ones that I watched. I used to watch Fengzhu like religiously. Every single video I would watch for a very long time. I still probably have so much to learn from him. I just haven't been watching it. So yeah. Same. I started in 2012, and I watched all of his videos. I don't even know who suggested him to me. I think I just like found him by accident on YouTube. I'm not sure. I think he's good at teaching. I think he's very well positioned. I don't think I ever really, I don't know. I like his work. I think I do like his work, but it's not like, for me, it's for a concept pipeline. So obviously I'm not the demographic for it. So like it doesn't really matter whether anyone likes his work. It's like literally made for that one thing, and it works for that one thing. So, you know, more power to him. You got to respect that hustle. I'll show you, like, I was just like browsing ArtStation. Just like Alba Titties. That's great. I almost showed that. I saw this guy painting, and I was just like, holy shit, man. I know nothing about painting. Just absolutely nothing. Because this guy, like, just does everything so good. What was his name? Like, he was a Russian, of course. Friggin' Russians. They're just good. Like, Kotenkov. And he shows off his process. This is the process that I want to emulate. He shows it off. He's just like, come at me, bro. And I think these are either color dodge or saturation or something like that. Some sort of light. It also reminds me of soft light, hard light type of thing. But either way, it's just like, this guy is so good at simplifying to such a crazy degree without losing the essence of the image. This one's not even my favorite. It's just the process. This is my favorite. It's just great. It's fantastic. I love the painting style. I love these things. I love the way that shapes meld into each other, but still you have these strong, super strong silhouettes. It reminds me a lot of like Aiton Zana, the way he does his work. This is like fucking great. I don't know. I love this guy. This guy's work is great. I haven't looked through his whole portfolio, but these latest two, I just like, man, this is great. I love this. Other stuff is not important. It's only like this is. It's a spicy meatball. What else did I find later? I found some occult art. I don't think I. Oh yeah, Davienko. This guy too I found, and I'm just like, same thing, except his carries a very strong political message as well. Same, like, incredibly strong silhouettes. Like even the silhouettes themselves are very similar. They're like triangular shapes for characters. But this is a very strong political message. Just amazing. I love this painting because it's so smart. Um, it's the new versus the old. Yeah, it does remind me of Jablonski. Also same thing. Like the Russian guys and the Polish guys, they paint in a similar way, and I've always wanted to paint that way. That is, you know, aesthetically pleasing to me. This is just hilarious. I don't know. I love this painting. It's like, it's not the best painting ever, but it's just, I don't know, I love it. But yeah, like, it seems like there's this very strong hierarchy of shapes, empty space, silhouette, you know? Especially here. Shapes, silhouette, empty space. And he's not afraid to use it. He's not afraid to simplify. I'm afraid to simplify. I love it. I love it. It's great. These two people, both Russians, very nice stuff. American painters, watch out. The Russians are coming. Looking at my stuff is painful after that. I feel very much the pain following. Where did I go? Very much the pain. This guy too, Ruxing Gao, China. Amazing, just amazing. Like, I look at this and I'm just like, this is beautiful. I love it. I want to see more. Holds my attention for hours. Yeah, really good stuff, these three. I would suggest, you know, you follow them, because it's nice. I did have a reference sheet for this. The file could not be found. Cool. Are you sure this was the reference sheet? Maybe it was. Maybe it was. That's a lot of reference. No. I think it was this one and I killed it. What is drawings? Ah yeah, this is the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail. I don't think I baked the that's a lot of bad drawings. Drawing is difficult. Let me see. Let me just try head tilted back. Lit from below. I have that as a saved search for some reason. Let me just try head tilted back. Let me try that. Sunbathing. There's a really good image, and I had it, and then I guess I lost it. Because it is difficult to track the face / neck head combo. I remember when you didn't do drawings at all. Yeah, it's difficult to transition to drawing. if you've never done it, even though it's the same thing, there's no real distinction. In my mind, the stroke is a stroke. Doesn't matter how you do it. The edge is there always. But it is difficult. It is difficult. I think this is very close. Head is tilted too far back though. Ah man, I had a really good... Alright, we save this. Because I feel like it's in my recent files, but it's like, it's not there. Because I keep seeing it. Let me see. Just browse. It's like, it's an, oh, no, that's not where I want to go. That's not where I want to go. I should probably delete these. Or, you know what, let's just move it to the secret folder. Yeah, let's just move those to the secret folder. Let me just take a look. Yeah, it looks like I lost it. Let me just delete some of this because, like, we no longer need it. Just delete those. Free up some space. Constantly deleting things, and then I'm like, huh, where did that go? I wonder where that went. Man, it'd be a shame if I deleted... I think I did. I think it was called referee. And then what's it called? I deleted it. I need a reference for the face. Just move this over here while I look for it. Stock images of gorgeous bikini babes. Yes, that is what I'm looking for. That one's kind of close. That one's kind of close. I just need something that's just close enough. I don't need it to be crazy 100% or 95%. I just need, you know, the neck and then some of the chin and stuff so that I can... Man, it's such a shame that I deleted it. I'm sure this isn't it. Oh god, that has some of the things I want, but not the right things. Mom robot. A lot of butts. Looking at a lot of butts. Oh, that's pretty close. Except her titties are out, so I can't use that. That's always unfortunate when the titties ruin the shot. Maybe I can just crop it so that I don't get the titties in there. I could do that. Because that is really close. Just really close enough, I think. Let me see. Yeah, let me just crop it so that I, perfect. I just, whoops. Just need parts of. Parts of the head and neck. Parts of the lining. Okay, now I can move this back. You know what? I want to get so good that like me trying to Google a reference with reverse image search gets me the correct reference. That's my goal. Stunning babes sunbathing. Let me just take a quick look, just in case I can spot something. Cause like there's parts that I need that I don't see in this, and so. So I just need, cause I also don't like the fact that she has sunglasses on, so that I can't track the eye sockets and stuff, and so that becomes a problem. What if I just Google skin cancer? You think that'll give it to me? I feel like this position doesn't actually exist. It exists in my mind. Woman leaning back and it's like, oh wait, you know what? What are those things called? Suntan bathing? Fake suntan bathing? Bathing salon? Sunbathing? I feel like those guys would take advantage of that image. They're all lying down. Okay. This one's kind of close, but at the angle is a little off. I'm almost done. I just need... What's the point of the ref at that point, though? Always need it. Even if, like, cause I'm sure even if I match the, what's it called? It'll still be fucked up somehow. Like, there'll be things that even if Google sees it, because Google sometimes recognizes my images as what those images are supposed to represent, but oh god, naked fat dude with a penis, great. That's not what I wanted to do today. That is not at all. Oh, here we go. That's fairly close. That is fairly close. Head is tilted back a little bit too much. But I can use that and this and then kind of. Oh, that's perfect. But her titties are out, as always. Like, why is it all the perfect images all have titties in them? Ah, come on. Oh, this thing is annoying. Just grab it without the titties. Perfect. Now there's no way. To know what's below there. Could be anything. Yeah, I feel like that one's almost perfect. one's almost perfect. I gotta modify this search. It's gonna be sunbathing, no titties. Alright, yeah, I think that one will do it. 3 references. Alright, I think we're good. Alrighty, let's see. I need a second phone for watching streams. How about a computer? You just watch them on your computer. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have one. That's grandma's house. You could watch it on a television. I don't know if you guys have like smart TVs that spy on you in Finland yet. But we do. You can watch it on there usually. Stylus is not that good, but I like Procreate. Yeah, I've heard about it, but it's like the only people I ever see talking about it are like paid to do it, so I'm just like, huh, that's interesting how that has come about. Could be a really good app, I have no idea, I've never tried it, so I can't endorse it. I tend to like, I don't know, I can't really endorse anything other than Photoshop ever. I feel like, because it's the best, It's got everything, you know, that I need, so I feel like getting out of Photoshop is impossible. possible. Tried few programs. Procreate is best. Huh. Yeah, it's definitely like, it's definitely a new world that we're living in where you can actually just really do a painting on your phone. I feel like that's pretty neat. Oh, Ren sent me a what's it called, an early access giveaway thing. So I might do some Ren streaming and then do a giveaway for the key, since they also gave me one. I'm pretty interested in the game, so seems pretty nice of them. It's still in like really early access though, so I feel like a lot of these games are shooting themselves in the foot with early access. Like actually, even some of the more polished ones, like Conan Exiles, for instance. If you ever played it in early access, like a year ago when it came out, it was just a different game. It was completely different. If you played it now, it would just be unrecognizable. Like everything is different. You get combo systems, stamina bars, all the mechanics are different. And so like at that point, it's like, well, what were you giving early access to? Wasn't really the game, right? Because it is fundamentally different. I guess there's levels of it. Like you could polish games, and then you sell out. Haha. Hey, I wouldn't like I feel like I'm being critical, and I don't feel like I'm trying to get anyone to try anything just yet. I feel like what I'm saying is, it's in early access. It plays like an alpha game at this point, so if you're into that, it's worth checking out. They really, they are really working on it though, since I played it in beta a little bit, and that was like 2 months ago, and now it's much better. The UI is much better. It's like the user experience is much better. It's no longer super frustrating to understand as a new player, which is nice. But yeah, so I feel obligated to give away that key. So yeah, I will at some point, I think. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's early for that game. It's early in development. Very early. Same thing with like Crowfall. It's too early. It's too early, man. Especially since you treat customers as QA. I feel like that's a bad idea. Some of the most unhappy people in the world are like QA. If you read their like tales from QA, it's so crushingly so crushingly bad. It's just not good. I had a bunch of Trine 1, 2, and 3 keys I gave away for friends, mostly. That's not what you're supposed to do. Frozen Bite swag. I think they were in Humble Bundle, so I bet I could get a couple of them. From a friend who's had Humble Bundle. No one can play all those games. It's impossible. Too many games from Humble Bundle. QA does way more than just game testing. They also do shitty things no one else does. Yeah, sure. Game testing, balance testing. But yeah, if you look through, like, there's a thread on Twitter right now, I think, that's just like about one of the bigger guys running QA. They usually where AAA games outsource their QA, and it's just like, we are dying from the soul-crushing misery. It's like, it's difficult to read. So but yeah, Tales from QA. I almost did QA, and then I was like, I read about it, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I always like look up like what is a job? You know, what is the job? Because like there's a lot of stuff that you usually have to do that no one says you have to do. Or they don't really describe it in order for you to kind of just bite the bullet and take it, and then like once you're in, then it's like, oh, by the way, you're also a janitor. Did you know that? No? Ha ha ha. Well, guess what? And at that point, it's like, it's too late. You gotta find a different job, and most of the jobs also have that position, and it's like, oh, so you've done this already, so you're good with this. I was lucky I never had to do QA. Usually people have to start as QA in Frozen Bite. Holy shit. Yeah, I've heard that for not like concept artists, because like that'd be kind of crazy, but I've heard that like if you wanted to do like game dev or something, you have to really have a very good grasp of QA anyway. Ideas, man. I've got ideas that are really great. It's like when you actually like go through hours and hours of QA and you understand like how mechanics and games work, and you're just like, okay, so this is how that's gonna work. That's how that's not gonna work. So if you're doing that, then maybe it is useful, but I'm not sure if it takes away from the soul crushing element of it. QA seems like one of those jobs which would kill video games for me, which is, I don't know, maybe not a bad thing, maybe not the worst thing. lately I just haven't. I have the money for video games right now. I can buy a video game, any video game I want, um, like legitimately pay for it, spend stupid amounts of money on things I don't need, and I just don't really see myself buying any games. The one game I wanted to buy, they gave me for free, but like early access is difficult, so yeah, I'll have to wait to play that game, I guess. Which is funny, I wasn't actually expecting. I wanted to try the beta, and I was like, okay, well, I've got 1,600 followers or something on Twitch. Maybe they'll think that I'm popular or something, or people like my stuff. You know the toothless guy? Fuck. Hold on.
Necesitas, por favor, ¿me podrías decir cuántos días has trabajado en toda tu vida? ¿Tú qué edad tienes?
Oh, tengo 45, no me quito edad ni como las flores ni nada, tengo 45. Ya nada más.
And so,
De 45
and so I
años,
told
7
him
años.
that I have
¿Cuál es el trabajo más duro que has hecho?
1,600 followers.
Más duro en la playa. Trabajar en la playa. Yo limpiar pescado y lo... Y ya mañana hablaré. Tú sabes que corra a la playa y las echa en el agua. Las amarra y las entierra en el agua. ¿Qué? Ve por la paellera.
Where is it? There it is. It gets me every time. And I told him I had 1,600 followers on Twitter. And they gave me an early access to their game. 1,600 followers. This is a mistake. Yeah, I'm not that popular, so it was like I guess they bet against it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try to make it right, even though that as right as I can make it. This shoulder, as soon as I prop it up, I'm gonna be taking out most of this stuff, I think. Most of it should be like under the skin. It should look like a robot. It should look like there's parts of it. Now you can use, I got 13,000 upvotes on Reddit. That's great. I love it. I can't. I've actually landed a gig using that, so don't knock it, dog. Don't knock it. It's true. It's real. All that karma was spent in the karma store. Like you gotta be realistic about these things. Like if you do get a gig, then you have to do way more and way better in order to not piss those people off. Because like if you do ask for a job, then it's like, huh, why did we hire you? That was a mistake. Above and beyond. You gotta go above and beyond if you're riding the wave of an accident. So yeah. Once I get like all the drawings right, what I want to do is I want to try to do it the way this guy does it. I want to simplify the forms to such a degree that fuck. Where is that guy? I keep forgetting. I have to drop his work in so that I can focus on it later. Potemkov. I want to understand these silhouettes. Pop that in the back for myself. I never sold a single print of painting that I got on the front page. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be, I don't know. I think that's what Dave Raposa was doing. He was like selling. I gotta get the rest of her body. I don't know how to do this pose. But all of them have titties out, and so it's difficult to like, I can't. What if I censor it? What if I draw a little bikini on it? Let me just because the body is lounge chair. The body is difficult in this case, and I have no experience with this position. It's like sitting lounging. So I need a little help. My comment was upvoted. This top commenter look. I talked to like 2 or 3 people who came to Twitch that liked the work from Reddit. So, you know, the click-through rate is not the best, but as long as it's at least one person, then it was like free publicity. I think of it this way. I think of it, you know, 500, 500,000 people saw my work. That's pretty good. I think not a lot of artists can make that claim. You know, my work has been seen by over 500,000 people. Not a lot of people can say that, you know. And so for me, that's pretty good. For, you know, just for me. Doesn't mean anything, but it just for me, you know, it does make. Oh, this one doesn't have her titties out. Great. Let me get that. Get that. Just minimize this for a second. Cute girls lounging and I get these fucking buff dudes. It's like, that's not what I'm looking for, Google. That's not how this works. I wasn't looking for buff Italian dudes. Why do you think that they're girls? I feel like Google is very confused. Very confused. If I wanted buff dudes in swim trunks, I would have Googled it. I mean, that's fine. I think I could use her arm and waist think I can use. I think I can do that. I think my image is fairly close. So let's see. I'm just gonna merge this, except this one. Highest amounts of views I have on ArtStation. I wonder if I can see views in Instagram versus just likes. That's the highest amount of views I have in ArtStation. I think around 10K. I think mine is 20. 20K? That's great. You're beating Jesse out. Jesse, get good. Okay, so this thermonuclear device. I mean, that's great, but I think I want to shrink. I want to shrink it just a tad, because it makes her torso look a little bit big, I think. And then it also screws with the perspective a little bit, so I'm going to shrink it just a little bit. What layer am I on? I'm going to duplicate that here, and then let's make a new layer, and then just pop this up a little bit. Because that's been bothering me a whole long time, but like I do these things where I just ignore it, and I expect that makes for a worse pain for a long time. But you know, you gotta fix things when you can. You can fix things. Especially now that I have reference, I can really fix some of these problems that have been around for a long time. Because they are, for me, they are difficult problems. It's not that I'm just being lazy all the time. Legitimately check the views so I can like compete with you on the internet. Haha. It's a competition. It's a competition. You can check on like DeviantArt. I know you have 1,000 something, 1 million followers on DeviantArt, something like that. That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. But yeah, just for me, just for my what's it called, little ego, knowing that people have seen my work really does help. Like, cause it is like, I don't know. It just feels like it's super depressing. It's super depressing, I'll be honest. Cause like there's always something to do. There's always something to improve. So it feels like an upward battle. And anything I can grab onto that says like, okay, you did something a little bit better. Is something I want to keep in my, what's it called? Hey, fish in my dish, what's up, dude? How's it going? And Lasty Etchy, what's up? How's it going, man? How's it going? What's up? Welcome to the stream. I've never had anyone from Picardo to chat with me. That's pretty cool. I don't think that has ever happened. Usually it's like, usually I'm just streaming for Twitch and like, what's it called? Twitch and Mixer. I don't think anyone has ever opened my stream on Picardo, so I think you're like the first guy. Welcome. Welcome, first guy. I hope you can hear me. I know you can hear my my radiator. Alright. Still fixing some of these things. Some of these problems have been around for so long, man. Yeah, it really is nice to have some sort of thing where I could tell a regular person that number and they'll be like, oh, okay. Now I know. Now I know what you're talking about. Because usually it's like, so, like, what is it? What is it that you do exactly? Yeah, that sounds swell, big guy. That sounds great, buddy. And then it's like, oh. Why is this leg so ugly? Why is this leg so ugly? My Picardo viewer is gone. Rest in peace, Picardo. Rest in pastrami. I don't know. I put that down there as like just for lulz. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anyone. I don't think I'm in the right category for Picardo. It's not really anime. I mean, like there's like some forms of abstraction that I'm using that are similar, especially in like the sketch stages. They're similar to cartoons, so I can't say I am, but sure. I think Twitch will be very angry, but like since I'm so irrelevant, it doesn't really matter. So I think we're safely flying under the radar at this point, because I think that the exposure bucks are actually worth more than whatever it is. What is it, like $60 over the course of Twitch history. So you really gotta like think about these things. This hand is really ugly. I really gotta get that hand. The delay on your stream is insane, by the way. Oh man. Yeah, that's probably why people aren't sticking around. I know that the what's it called? Oh, really quick? You sure? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like one time I did it and then my stream went to like half an hour delay. Half an hour delay. And it was like, I opened it up and I'm like, this is a long time ago. I'm not even doing this thing anymore. I'm not even playing this video game. Pops on my screen instantly. Yeah, that's great that the chat is actually a great way of testing delay. I find that like very comforting. Yeah, I have pretty good internet, and I guess I have pretty good internet by mistake, I think. They someone Alta something or other bought out Optimum Online. They raised prices considerably, and so what they did was they gave me 200 megabyte internet to compensate, which is pretty good. I would say pretty good. And I'm like, if you compare it to Verizon, it's cheaper. It's way cheaper, but it's not like, crazy. I think their deal is like $80 for 160, and I'm getting 200 for 75. So it's not, it's not the craziest deal ever, but it's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Pretty good. But yeah, I figured, why not? Like YouTube too. I don't think I can
get much out of YouTube. Mixer, I think, is one of those growing platforms where it might be interesting to see where it's going, and so, Photoshop, no, please no.